Hello, today I'm going to go over microclimate setup in SCS Share. Microclimate setup is divided into three sections: the irrigation equipment, microclimate settings, and microclimate parameters. Irrigation equipment and microclimate settings are set up by the user, and then SCS Share uses that information to calculate the microclimate parameters. While navigating through these pages and setting up your microclimate settings, you may not know what a term means. Every time that a term is ambiguous, there is a question mark next to it. If you click on it, it will give you a brief description of what that term is and what it means. So let's start off with our Zone 1. Click Edit. Takes us to the setup page. Here we can select our irrigation type, which is already set as sprinkler, number of heads, sprinkler type, precip rate, efficiency, let's change that to 90% as an example, and the charge period, which as you saw in the previous page is basically an amount of time it takes for a sprinkler to actually start watering. So you can leave it as 0. This is optional. And then we have the plant information, what type of plant it is, flowers, maturity, seasonality, type, sunshade, slope, soil, root depth, and so forth. The max depletion percentage is vital in the calculations and in determining when irrigation is going to happen. So intelligent irrigation algorithm will deduct ET from the water balance until it reaches the max depletion. At that point, it irrigates to field capacity within the water window, and if it can't finish or reach field capacity by the time water window is done, it will continue on the next watering day. And one new feature in Share is you can apply your settings to multiple zones at the same time. So this can be used as a shortcut to save time and not have to go through the setup of each zone one by one. So with all of that, I'll click Apply, and it will give me a confirmation that it was saved to the database, and it gives me a glimpse of the parameters that were calculated based on what I entered. So it immediately comes up with an adjusted precip rate. This is basically the precip rate that we entered on top, which was 1.2 inches an hour, and multiplied by the efficiency percentage and number of heads when applicable. And you can see the rest of the parameters that have been calculated as well for this zone. Now we can go back, and if we go to the microclimate parameters tab, we can see all of those values for every zone at once, and this gives us a quick overview of all the settings. And for each term, you can click on the question mark and see the description. So that's microclimate settings in SCS Share.